Hey, what's up guys? Rob here from Movie Review Time, and I am back with a brand new top 5 video. Going to be doing top 5s, top 20s, top 100s, and also top 5s. And I thought I would do this series where I talk about my top 5 favorite films from a certain director. Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, John Carpenter. I'm going to be doing that every so often, but today, for my very first one of the series, I'm going to be talking about M. Night Shyamalan. No one likes to hear that name, because no one likes him, pretty much. Pretty much everyone hates M. Night Shyamalan. I don't hate the guy. I think he's very unique. He's got a good directing style. Some of the stuff is not executed as good as it could be. But, yeah, I think he's unique in a way where you watch a movie from him, you know it's him. Just like if you were to watch a movie from Jordan Peele. He has that uniqueness about him. But to me, it's like M. Night is kind of hit or miss. It's like when he first started out, his movies were doing really good. Then all of a sudden, it just went downhill. Then it kind of peaked back up a little bit. So, but yeah, people just trash this guy because they just think he's always reused his ideas. But this is a guy who likes to put a huge twist at the end of his films. And sometimes the twists work and sometimes they're just stupid. But I credit the guy for taking risks and trying something different. You're not going to please everybody, and that's just how it is. So I thought I would do my top 5 favorite M. Night Shyamalan films. And I pretty much own every single film that he's done from Sixth Sense and on. I know he did a film, there was a comedy, I can't remember what it was called, but it was before Sixth Sense. I don't own that one. But what I'm going to do before I list my top 5 is show you guys the rest of my collection here. Here we have Glass, which was a disappointing movie, especially the ending. The way they treated some of these characters is just ridiculous. Again, that was uncalled for. I'm sorry. But, it had some good sequences, I will say. Here we have The Village. This movie was good up until the ending. I was really invested into this film until you find out the twist and you're just like, well, that's stupid. There's no way that could happen. Actually, there's a couple twists. There's a twist with these creatures, and there's a twist where I'll get to that in the review, but there's like this there's like this park, and these people are living in the middle of the park, and there's like rangers, and like they have no idea these people are in there. It's just like, what? Come on. This movie could have been so much better. It really could have been. Here we have Lady in the Water, which is basically like a fairy tale kind of film. I can see where they were going with it. I just don't think the execution was there. I just think it was way too strange, and they did not explain it enough to make me, I want to say, care about the characters, or they not explain it enough to make me care about the story, the way it was unfolding. It could have been better. This movie, The Happening, cheese and crackers. Here's the thing. This movie is just funny. But the problem is, I don't think they were planning it to be that way. I think they were trying to be serious with this movie, and it ended up being a comedy. I mean, some of the stuff that happens, it's just, no, sir, I'm a teacher. No. That's the thing about this movie. It doesn't know what it is. I mean, it's supposed to be serious, and it ends up being a comedy. I mean, a lot of this. The wind. The wind affects the people. You had to stay in small groups, and the plants are getting revenge. Whatever. Then there's this movie. The Last Airbender. I have no idea about Avatar, the series Avatar. or Naruto or whatever it is, like the anime or whatever it is. I think that's what it's based off. I have no idea about that, so I really can't judge this movie on that. But from what I see, this movie's just, it's just effects and effects and effects. That's all it is. I don't know. It didn't interest me in that way. But After Earth, or After Birth, after you give birth, Jaden Smith and Will Smith, they did okay. I don't know why Jaden Smith always yells in this movie. He's always like, yes, sir! Like, he's always, like, yelling. Like, stop yelling. And then, the whole survival thing, to me, I didn't feel like there was any risk in this movie at all. Even when they crash and, like, Will Smith stays on the jet, I still didn't feel like there was anything, like really risky or bad that was going to happen that was life-threatening. Even though Will Smith, even though he was, like, hurt, it still didn't register that way. I don't know. I still think this movie is probably better than some of the ones that I mentioned. But so, those did not make my top 5. So yeah, we're going to get to top 5. We're going to start with 5 and go to 1. So, number 5 for me is The Visit. In my opinion, this movie was M. Night's comeback. I thought this was a really, really good film. And I do think the twist worked. I like the twist. And let's see, who plays the woman? Catherine Hahn, I think, is that her name? No, I don't think that's her. The actress who played the old lady was amazing. She was amazing. The stuff that she would do and act all crazy, then she'd be fine the next minute, and then she would act crazy again. Those scenes were really, really good, and they were really creepy. They kind of creeped me the hell out. But the only thing I didn't really care for is the kid who tried to act like he was a rapper. It was just like that. It didn't fit. It didn't fit the story or anything like that. It was just kind of random. But they did a very good job with this movie. I'm sorry. There are people who hate this movie. I don't understand it. Just because it's M. Night. I think M. Night did a solid job here, and it was going back uphill now. After going downhill, this was the step in the right direction. Coming in at number 4 for me is The Sixth Sense. Now, when it comes to M. Night, people would probably put this as their number 1 or number 2. But I can't do that because I kind of feel like this movie is a little overrated. That being said, I still think it's a very, very well done film, but it's a little overrated to where people say, oh, it's his best he's ever done, the twist and all that stuff. Here's the thing, the twist in any movie ruins the movie. So when I watch this now, I automatically know that Bruce Willis is a ghost, and he's trying to talk to people that aren't listening, because it's not that they're not listening, it's because they can't hear him, because he's a ghost. So therefore, when you watch a movie like this again, it ruins everything. But I think the acting is very well done. The cinematography is very good. The long panning shots, the slow panning shots, very, very good. And the creepy ghosts, yes. No, dinner is not ready. Look what you done to me! Anyway. Coming in at number 3 is Signs. Fantastic movie right here. You got Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix who play brothers. And the chemistry is just so good with these guys. I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch! I'm insane with anger! I'm losing my mind! About aliens and crop circles. It's more about crop circles than it is aliens. The aliens aren't even the main plot here. It's all about the crop circles. And then when they do show the aliens, they don't show them they show really fast shots of them, or like parts of their leg or their head or their arm. Or if they do show them, it's like in a reflection. It's not like full frontal. Until the third act, they do a couple times. But They made this movie creepy about aliens. It's got like some sci-fi horror to it, but it's very different. I don't know. This is really good. I really enjoyed this movie. James Newton Howard did the music, and it's got this like, it's got this really cool music. But yeah, Signs is number 3. Coming in at number 2 is Split. This movie, James McAvoy pulled it off. He was amazing in this movie, acting like all these personalities. M. Night outdid himself here. None of us had any idea this was part of the Unbreakable saga until the very, very end when you see Bruce Willis. That was an amazing twist, probably one of the best twists ever in film. I mean, this whole movie, you don't even get any links to Unbreakable at all. You don't get nothing that tells you anything really, unless you can really figure out the whole train thing. But besides that, you don't get nothing until the very, very, very last shot. In my opinion, that's how you do a twist. Because it doesn't really ruin anything. You can still watch the movie as it is, because it focuses on him and the personalities and these girls who he's kidnapped. And it's awesome, man. Like, the acting in this. James McAvoy is intimidating. At the same time, he has this, I want to say, like, he has this energy on camera. It's just, you really, really can get invested in his character, or characters, so to say. So, very, very good film. But my number one favorite, if it wasn't obvious enough, is Unbreakable. A masterpiece. This movie is how you do a modern, like, superhero movie. Like, if you were going to make a superhero film seem realistic, let's say, if you're going to make the most realistic superhero film ever, this is how you do it. This was so realistic. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe, the dialogue and the stuff that they say. Like, Bruce Willis tries to test out his strength, because he tries to remember back when the train crashes, and he was like the only survivor without a scratch, and he comes to realize, when was the last time I was sick? I don't ever remember being sick. And then he tests how much can he lift. He's strong, but his weak point is water, which I thought was kind of I guess every superhero has a weakness, but that weakness was just kind of lame. But I don't know. I guess they tried to do what they could with it. But yeah, just Sam Jackson too. Samuel Jackson was great in this as Mr. Glass. They call me Mr. Glass because I break like glass. Anyway, yeah, this movie is the music. Who did it? James Newton Howard. I think he did this one too. Yes, James Newton Howard, man. This has one of the best themes ever in a movie. And it's got like this superhero tone, at the same time this really thrilling, badass music that just makes you want to punch something. But yeah, Unbreakable is without a doubt M. Night's best movie, in my opinion. Okay, that's just it. So those are my top 5 favorite M. Night films. Here, a quick recap. Number 5 is The Visit. Number 4 is The Sixth Sense. Number 3 is Signs. Number 2 is Split. And number 1 is Unbreakable. Let me know your guys' top 5 favorite M. Night Shyamalan films. Either do it in the comments or make a video response if you would like. And like I said, I'm going to make this a series. I'm going to talk about all different kinds of directors. I'm going to give you guys my top 5 favorite from them. Like Ridley Scott, James Cameron, like I said, John Carpenter, Steven Spielberg, just all different kinds of directors. I'm going to give you guys my top 5 favorites from them. So stay tuned for that series. Hope you guys are enjoying my channel and my videos. Thank you for subscribing, for taking the time out of your day to stop by and watch. I really do appreciate it. This is Rob signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.